CMS is honored to present its Lifetime Service Award to the Most Reverend Nicholas Anthony DiMarzio, Bishop of Brooklyn. The Diocese of Brooklyn is often called the Diocese of Immigrants, and for good reason. Its members come from 167 countries, and its parishes regularly celebrate Mass in 24 languages. Bishop DiMarzio has been a forceful leader in support of migrants and refugees in all of his work and in all of his positions over nearly 5 decades. Bishop DiMarzio grew up in Newark, New Jersey, and was ordained to the priesthood in the Archdiocese of Newark. He received his doctorate in social work research and policy from Rutgers University, completing his dissertation on undocumented persons in the labor market. Early in his priesthood, Bishop DiMarzio served as the Archdiocese of Newark's Refugee Resettlement Director for 9 years, during which time he also served for 2 years as Director of the Office of Migration. In the 1980s, he served as Executive Director of Migration and Refugee Services for the U.S. Catholic Conference. In this capacity, he led the Catholic Church's response to the legalization program created by the Immigration Reform and Control Act of 1986. He also spearheaded the creation of the Catholic Legal Immigration Network, Inc., Clinic, which now supports a network of more than 400 charitable legal programs for immigrants. As a bishop, he has chaired the Clinic Board and the U.S. Bishops' Committee on Migration. Bishop DiMarzio has played a leadership role in many other institutions that support migrants and refugees. He has served as a member of the Vatican's Pontifical Council for the Pastoral Care of Migrants and Itinerant People, as a representative of the Global Commission on International Migration, and on the boards of Catholic Relief Services, the International Catholic Migration Commission, the National Immigration Forum, and the Migration Policy Institute. He has also served on the board of the Center for Migration Studies, which he chairs, for several decades. Bishop DiMarzio has frequently testified before Congress, and he has spoken in countless national and international fora on these issues. It is CMS's privilege to honor Bishop DiMarzio with its Lifetime Achievement Award.
Bishop Nicholas DiMarzio, congratulations on being honored by the Center for Migration Studies. You have been part of the history of this center from the very beginning, and of course you have been part of the history of the Church's advocacy on behalf of refugees, migrants, and other people on the move for more than a quarter century as the director of MRS for the U.S. Catholic Bishops, and later as auxiliary bishop, Bishop of Camden, and now Bishop of Brooklyn. I've worked with Bishop DiMarzio over the years with Clinic and Committee for Migration, and I've counted him as a friend, and we've shared many things as we sat next to each other during bishops' meetings twice a year in Washington, now in Baltimore, and in other places around the country. Bishop DiMarzio has a great passion for the immigrant and the refugee, and his work is a tremendous contribution to the position of the Church on behalf of refugees, and he leaves with us a great legacy of helping people on the move and reaching out to the peripheries and being a witness to the globalization of solidarity and the embrace or the accompaniment of people who are looking for friends. Like Jesus, he opened his arms to welcome the immigrant.
Well, thank you very much. I'm really glad and pleased to have been asked to say something about Bishop Nick in this occasion. She's going to receive a Lifetime Achievement Award. And really, it is such a fitting tribute to Bishop Nick. In this world, which really is longing for real, effective leadership in the cause to defend the rights and dignity of migrants and refugees. And I think this award is just so fitting. I've known Nick for 7 years and a half that I have been here in this mission, and I welcomed him while I was bishop. I was papal nuncio in Haiti, and I have always admired his concern and his solicitude for those who are in difficulties. We have, as a permanent mission of the Holy See to the United Nations, we have made a number of activities together. We have collaborated all in the field of migration, migration studies, etc. So it's just a fitting tribute to him. He has not only provided leadership in his diocese, he has not only provided leadership trying to push so many issues of migration and refugees in the area, but he has provided leadership also at the level of the United States Conference of Bishops, as well as throughout the world. Nick, thank you very much for all you have done. You know, Jesus, in the end, just tells us, I was a stranger and you welcomed me. And whatever you do to the least of my brothers and sisters, you do it to me. Indeed, your life has been a fulfillment in obedience of this injunction of our Lord. And by the way, we always say, by the way, the most important thing, Bishop Nick, you are simply very simpatico. Thank you.